Hello, my name is Taylor.
And I am Ray. And we are officially the layabouts. Yes, there is no intro.
And that's Peyton.
We've already been over this. I'll do this a lot faster if I'm not sitting around being guilty about not having any ideas for an intro. You're still lazy, Ray, whether you have the good excuse or not, yes.
And today we're slapping around a statue in one of many identical temples so that we can then walk through another identical temple.
Man, before I started this Let's Play, I forgot about all the temples. Like, I remember that I was bored through certain sections of the game, but I couldn't remember which ones exactly. But watching Kain walk through all these temples again, now I remember. It was the temples. I mean, that was one of the big things. Well, how many times do we have to look at this circular room? Let me see, there's air, earth, wind, fire, light, darkness, water, spirit.
Now, is Kain gonna run through all of these temples and fight things in every single temple?
Yes, we actually are going to backtrack through every temple, I think, or at least a lot of them.
So we go to 16 identical temples twice.
Yeah, and aside from just being frustrated with this, I really have nothing else to say about it.
Right, when do you feel like the game wore out its welcome with temples? When did temples become a friend that was gonna crash at your place for a little while, and then a month later just would not leave?
I think about when Kain had to start going through them. There was a little section where you could see his face, and hang on. That there perfectly captures my emotions upon realizing that Kain was also gonna have to navigate the temples. He looked a bit of bored, resigned, and slightly irritated, yes. Well, this is obviously just padding. I mean, been there, done that. I've seen these enemies, I've done this stuff.
Can we just skip ahead to the end of this temple run?
No, we can't, because the game mercifully breaks up half of this with a thing to Raziel. We could move ahead to Raziel section.
Alright, let's just do that.
Oh, but you guys are gonna miss all my amazing gameplay, yes!
You know, it's not so bad to play, I imagine, but as far as watching, I can confirm I'm not really interested in seeing this.
Kain climbs a wall. Kain jogs down a corridor. Kain slaps his sexy temple guide. Fine, yes. Okay, well that takes us out of the frying pan and puts us right in the fryer, oh boy. We're here at Vorador's mansion, which is kind of one of the cooler places to be, and also one of the worst. Look, we fast-forwarded to even worse, yes? Oh yeah, it's even worse. Because although it starts off pretty great, this is broken up into sections, and eventually you have to start backtracking.
Do you think that this is the part of the game the developers realized that they were on a deadline crunch?
Oh, absolutely. That has got to be pretty much the only explanation. The front door didn't work, yes? I pushed all the buttons in front of it didn't work. But turns out I was doing it wrong. Somehow, approaching the door and pushing the button was something I managed to screw up, and it didn't work. There we go. A few tries, and we got our cutscene. But anyway though, Vorador's mansion makes me so nervous, because the first time I played this game, there was a glitch in one of the rooms where all the doors closed, and I had to kill a bunch of enemies. But when I killed them, the doors didn't open, and Raziel was trapped in Vorador's foyer forever.
So you had to go back to a previous save?
I didn't have a previous save. I was in the habit of just saving over my last file. Oh god, it was awful. I'd actually cleared Vorador's mansion the first time, because after you navigate it through the first time, they make you start doing that stuff. I had to completely restart the entire game from scratch and get all the way back to Vorador's mansion and navigate the place again. I almost didn't finish the game because of that. So you had to enjoy the temples all over again. Every single one of them up to this point. Oh my god.
Well, clearly they were trying to get you to enjoy and understand Raziel's infinite time loop of suffering. Now you know just as well why Raziel doesn't want to get trapped in the Reaver and have to relive all his past experiences over and over again.
No, I feel for the guy. I really do. He has to go through this an infinite number of times. If he just let Kain stab him from the start, yes, he wouldn't have to navigate through Vorador's mansion. Yeah, I guess. This is one thing that he can add to his list of experiences now that he's safe from the Reaver for a little while.
Vorador must not entertain guests very often.
No. And you know what's funny? He's got all these statues that'll attack Raziel later on, but you notice they don't come to life to deal with the zombies that just attacked Raziel now.
What are they designed to stop, exactly?
Raziel, from seamlessly progressing through this section of the game more than 6 times. No, maybe Vorador does entertain all the time, yes. And these are designed to get rid of house guests that stay till the next morning.
Yeah, see, there you go. They attack you later on because you've been in the mansion for too long. You need to get out. Please lay down your drink and go.
Okay, hang on. I hate the foyer more than anything because it's where I was trapped for one playthrough. So we're gonna put up a counter. Every time we travel through the foyer again, we will increase the counter. We're gonna backtrack a lot, but the foyer is where we're gonna mark it.
Is there a place that we're gonna see more often than the foyer?
I think so. Yeah, there's a room with some fountains, and I'm pretty sure that that's more common.
Oh, well, maybe we ought to count that.
No. The foyer. I hate the foyer. This is an emotional thing for me, Taylor.
All right, we'll track the number of times you see the foyer and therefore relive your childhood and wonder what could have been.
I could have been a doctor. I was always gonna turn out this way, yes. Well, you could have had a doctor friend. Oh, well, that is a good point, yes. Way to go, Ray. You ruined my life. I let everyone down.
Well, there, Ray. Someone had to man the register at the gas station, and you fulfilled that hole.
It's a void, Taylor. A void.
Well, you're filling it.
You can't fill the void.
Yes, you can. You fill it with ice cream and sadness.
Well, I don't have enough sadness. I mean, ice cream. I don't have enough ice cream.
But you've got adequate
I
amounts
have
of
all
sadness.
the sadness. Yes, yeah. And we're walking, yes. Yeah. Just linger on these pillars here. Block the view. It was hard to tell just by looking, but obviously this pool was a portal to yet another temple, which meant that I would have to go through a series of puzzles to unlock the portal, and then enter the temple, and then do the puzzles in that temple. I was beginning to think that the ancient race just didn't like me.
Raziel's entire life since he turned blue is just solving puzzles and combat and talking to people that don't like him.
It is the life I always wanted to lead, yes. You know, I was thinking about that whole childhood thing. You guys know Cat Dog?
Yeah, I remember Cat Dog.
Does it ever weird you out to think that, like, you will die before Cat Dog enters the public domain?
Not especially.
Well, no, I mean, like, think about it. Your childhood, like, a chunk of our childhoods, is going to, like, disappear. Because no kids are gonna care about Cat Dog.
I'm okay with that.
No, like, think about all the stupid cartoons that no one will ever know about because they're just rotting away in a vault somewhere. Are you having an existential crisis about Cat Dog? Yes. Sometimes I freak out about this stuff. This is my legacy, guys. It's my history, my personal history.
Can't you get a lot of old cartoons on iTunes or whatever? Or that's the route I always assumed everything was gonna go.
I don't know. I think media is sort of fighting that angle.
I guess it's kind of impressive that we were able to get a hold of a copy of Soul Reaver that works for the PC. You go much older than this, and really you just have to have a copy of the old game.
Or an emulator.
Yeah, but that's questionably legal.
So is hiring a hooker. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just saying, yes. Hey, when you try to fill the void with ice cream and sadness, is there like an ideal ratio? Like 5 parts sadness and 3 parts ice cream?
I thought the void was infinite.
Okay, well, I mean, still, like, proportionally, though. What proportions of infinity would you fill the void with? Sadness is free, yes, so I would mostly go with sadness. This mural is probably important, and I should remember that it's down here.
If you're going for cost efficiency, yeah, depression all the way fills the void.
Yeah, but there's, like, a finite amount of sadness that you can feel, right?
I don't know, that seems like kind of a philosophical question, doesn't it?
No, because there is, like, it's a physiological thing. It's a chemical thing, right? Sadness? So, you can only feel so sad because you can only have so much sadness chemistry. Doesn't the ice cream battle the sadness, yes? Yeah, so the more ice cream you have, the less sadness you have. It's a really complex problem if you think about it.
Actually, I bet if you know your calculus, it's a really simple fractional problem.
Well, that's still what I don't know the calculus, so it's a very complex problem. Vorador has so let this mansion go, yes. Look at all this flooding. How did this get here? The rain? Yes? Shoddy building design, that's what it is.
It's not shoddy, maybe this is the drainage system. You're hopping around in Vorador's toilet water.
The vampire has toilet water.
Yes, of course he has toilet water.
The creature that is burned alive by water, he's got toilet water.
Okay, fine, it's his storm water.
No, it isn't. It's just a gaping hole that leads into, like, water. There's tombs down here and stuff, yes. And those stairs. Yeah, if this place can flood, then whoever was down here, I mean, like, maybe some of the ancient race was down here and this is how we lost them. They were in these tombs before it flooded.
Oh gosh, I bet Vorador feels really bad about that.
Who do you think contracts to build a vampire house? Do you get like a vampire thrall to do it, or did the ancient race do it?
Oh, vampire thrall. Vampire thralls use the toilet. You're crawling around in vampire thrall toilet water.
I really don't think that Vorador lets the vampire thralls poop in all these graves. Some of these are really elaborate, yes.
Maybe he doesn't like the people that are in these graves. That's why he let it flood.
Vorador's kind of a dick then. And actually, I think that maybe this was an ancient race burial ground or something, because there are no stairs. The only way you could get down is by climbing, which is a power that's unique to Raziel and his brother, or by flying, which is the thing that only the ancient race really did. Well, weren't they suicidal? Yes. Maybe they told Vorador they wanted to die. This door needed a key. Now that would be a story that would be really interesting to hear about. When all the ancient race just said to Vorador, look, We've had enough. We're all gonna lay down in our coffins and you're just gonna open the floodgates.
Surely the ancient race didn't design this place, though. There's no way, because everything is accessible by foot.
Yeah, I guess, because we did previously establish that the ancient race were dicks and didn't make handy-capable buildings. It's so ironic that their supposed savior wound up being a handicapped person, yes.
Another clue that the ancient race didn't build this? Where's all the giant golden eyeballs that vaporize you as soon as you walk up close to them?
You know, for once I wouldn't miss these things. These zombies are freaking everywhere and I have to battle them at every turn. If just once or twice there was a golden eyeball to clean the place up.
See, we made fun of the golden eyeball back then. We thought that was a stupid and dangerous addition to a home. But look what it would do for Vorador.
No more zombie vermin problems. But he has all his servants though, yes. They are no good when they are vaporized. You cannot suck their blood then. You just go get new servants. The ancient race did fine and the golden eyeballs vaporized all their thralls.
Well, Vorador maybe doesn't live in times of plenty. Maybe he can't just go out and get new thralls.
That's cause he's lazy. Vorador hangs around and uses ravens to spy on Raziel. How come he didn't go down there and spy on him by himself? He should have gone down there from the very start and been like, hey Raziel, how's it going? But Raziel's all creepy and blue, like the toilet mint, yes.
Yeah, and we established that toilets are fatal to Vorador. There's no reason for him not to fear a blue toilet mint.
Also, Vorador did specifically go down to talk to you, yes. He just did it after he watched you for the while. Okay, but still, instead of ravens, it should have just been him perched up on the trees?
You mean like, you'd be walking along and Vorador would be standing there and then he would just like leap into the air and vanish? You keep doing that?
Yes. Not because it's practical, but because it's funny. It would make me laugh.
Kinda undermines the character, though.
Okay, so I'm over here. I don't think I'm supposed to be, judging by the camera. Maybe if I move around, the camera will figure out where No, okay.
Little awkward there.
Yeah, this is what I get for looking around before I jump. I saw a ledge, I was able to jump to it, but it was supposed to be off-screen. The other ledge was off-screen too, yes. Actually, what even are these ledges? They're like sections of ceiling that caved in? Was there a second floor here, and Vorador never bothered to fix it?
Probably from the days when the ancient race used to live with them.
Yeah, his roomies used the upstairs.
And therefore Vorador never fixed it because all his roomies killed themselves.
Man, if only they'd had more ice cream, they could have filled the void. Okay, so this section of the game. I used to frickin' hate this section of the game because I didn't realize that little scene there was demonstrating that you could climb back up to this ledge. I thought that if you fell down during this bit of platforming, you were just screwed and had to run all the way back. And that is what I did. Oh. Well, it is too bad you're too stupid for the hint, right? Yes. See, this is why I think games get more and more casualized, though. Because you've got people like me who are like, oh, this sucks, I don't understand, and I ruined the game for myself.
Well, to be fair, when we were younger, games used to be really unforgiving.
Yeah, no, they were like mazes, and if you got turned around or confused or did something you weren't supposed to, sometimes the game was ruined forever.
Yeah, like King's Quest or something like that. I mean, you would just click on something where you weren't supposed to go, dead.
Yeah, you get trained into that kind of, like, mentality, and pretty soon you face something like this and you think, oh great, I have to go all the way back. You don't even realize the game designers did something nice for you. You are the one who is killing gaming, Ray, with your casualization, yes.
Nah, it's not Ray who's killing gaming with casualization. It's people who think like Ray. You know, like kids.
Yeah, like kids. Though my mom used to play Mario. Your mom is killing gaming, Ray, yes. My mom doesn't even really hardly play games. Except, like, Bejeweled and Farmville and stuff.
I really do think it's kids. I think they're just trying to appeal to, like, a broader audience, wider audience, so you get shooters that kind of hold your hand a little bit. So if you're 7 years old, you have no problem getting to the end.
Boy, when I was a kid, games didn't give you any slack. They didn't care if you were too young to understand the mechanics.
Yeah, but it was a different era back then. It was a lot cheaper to make games. And of course, computers were sensitive pieces of hardware that children didn't generally own.
You're making me feel old, Taylor.
Legacy of Kain Defiance came out on November 11th, 2003. Some of our viewers are 13 years old now, and they were born when this game was released.
Hello, younger generation. We forged the road you now walk on. And we will not apologize. Yes.
Yeah, so if you were wondering why everything is so screwed up, it's because of Ray.
I haven't had a chance to screw everything up yet. I'm not quite old enough yet, but I'm gonna get there. This is what adulthood looks like, you guys. It looks like Ray, yes. Man, it is no wonder that Nosgoth did not do so well, though. More than 10 years after this game had a chance to be popular, they tried to release something based on it.
Well, and only loosely based at that.
Yeah, it was missing a lot of the feel. Like, I don't know, it needed thicker lines, a more cartoony look.
You mean a more comic book look?
Yeah, comic book.
Though it's hard to say if they would have gone with that if they weren't on the PS2.
I don't see how a gritty brown, turbo-realistic Raziel would have worked, or Kain for that matter. And I feel like that's all we could have gotten because the whole next generation after this one was just like brown and gritty, that was the thing.
Well, it was easy to render frickin' deserts.
Yep. But anyway though, here looks like a good place to stop for now, so thanks for playing with us everybody,